Hello, everyone. This is Professor Hill, and this is a short video for our class, Introduction to Ethics, Philosophy 2306, here at St. Philip's College. We're starting week one, and so we're just off trying to get our books squared away and looking ahead to our first case study. But today, Wednesday, the 29th, our first assignment is due. This is just the introduction and welcome. So nothing too serious, but it'll set up the pattern we hope to establish, which is to go in and make a submission to the discussions and then read through the other submissions by your classmates and comment on at least two of them. That's the pattern we'll be using. As you can see, the rest of the schedule, Sunday night, Wednesday, Sunday night, Wednesday. And there should always be enough time for you to do the reading assignment, read the chapter from the textbook, and then write out your response. Like I said, you got to think of it as an essay in response to that case study. And then once you have posted it, go through, read some of the other ones, and make some brief comments. There's no word count on the comments, just on your initial submission. But like I said, for today, the first assignment's due. And like I said, we're trying to get our books, read chapter 1, and get ready for that first case study. And if you've got any questions at all, please just let me know. But I said I wanted to start with some of the concepts from chapter 1. And the first two big key concepts right off the bat are just the definitions of ethics and morality. In ethics, we're going to say it's just the philosophical study of morality. And morality is our fundamental beliefs about good and bad, right and wrong. Now, so if ethics is the study of morality, morality is our beliefs about good and bad, right and wrong. To start thinking about those concepts and about the right and wrong piece, I have put in the first module, module 1, 2 different links. And they're about a sense of global views on morality, about what's good and bad, right and wrong, and how that differs from country to country, society to society, and culture to culture. And what you'll see is the Pew Research Center, which does a number of different surveys. They looked at 40,117 people in 40 different countries. And they were trying to get people's reactions to and beliefs about 8 kind of key moral issues. And those issues were extramarital affairs, gambling, homosexuality, abortion, premarital sex, alcohol use, divorce, and contraception. Those were the 8 they looked at. And they asked people to say, look, on these issues, is this morally acceptable, morally unacceptable, or just somehow not a moral issue? So those are the 3 categories. And you'll see some pretty wide differences from country to country. Not surprisingly, in the United States, the vast majority of people, 9 out of 10 people, say that having an extramarital affair is morally unacceptable, that it just is wrong. And you'll see consistently across the board in lots of different countries, people say, well, yeah, that's just morally unacceptable. But it gets really complicated when you get to someplace like France, a country where they couldn't even muster 50% of the people to say it was wrong. It's the only country they surveyed which says that they couldn't get half to say that it was morally wrong. Now, what's interesting about this is you'll see there's 2 different links in there. One's an introduction to the survey. The other is a tool which allows you to compare country to country. And to look at, like, for example, take one of the issues and look at every country on that issue. But what you'll really find is interesting is toggling back and forth between a country like Ghana and France, or Indonesia and Germany. And you'll see extraordinarily wide differences. And so then you have to ask yourself, well, why is that? Is it because countries like France and Germany are developed? The others are developing countries? Is it that ones are traditionally Christian countries and the others are traditionally Muslim countries? I mean, what explains these vast differences? And you'll see some of the differences are pretty wide. So go through that material, take a look around, play around with that a little bit, and think about your reaction to those questions. How would you answer on those 8 subject matters, just as a starting place for the semester. On those issues, gambling, homosexuality, extramarital affairs, whatever it might be, and think to yourself, is this morally acceptable, morally unacceptable, or somehow just not even a moral issue? And think about what that means. So there's a lot to play around with. There's a lot of information. But go to those links in Module 1. Look at the Pew Charitable Research Center survey, because that'll help inform your reading of Chapter 1. And again, tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, I'll do some more on some of the key concepts. But think about your understanding of what are moral issues and why they're moral issues. What do you personally believe? What do you think our country believes? And we're going to then get into trying to understand the people on the other side of the fence, or, the people in the 10% that are a minority viewpoint. So that's where we're going to start today. If you've got any questions at all, let me know. If your book hasn't arrived yet, go to Module 1 on the Canvas page, click through to this Pew Research, and play around with some of the numbers from that Global Attitudes Survey. They're fascinating. And again, if you have any questions, let me know, and make sure you get those books. I've been hearing from students. They're saying they're on the way. They're just around the corner. Let's hope they all get here by the weekend. But if you have any trouble at all, please just, again, always let me know. Take care. Bye-bye.